A very good morning. Thanks for clicking on to the Sunday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. We're reaching a crucial time of the year when it comes to predicting the forthcoming summer season. Certainly, we have now pretty much bypassed April, and it has wound up drier than normal. Just mirroring really the February, March, and even the winter uh, pattern overall. So as we start to enter the final month of spring, with dry ground in place, warm water surrounding the UK, cold water out over the North Atlantic, the El Nino is still technically neutral. I think there is quite a lot of evidence that supports, with the prospects of another dry month during May, there is a lot of things indicating that we have a good chance of seeing a warmer, drier first half of the summer. Now, the timing of this potential El Nino developing will be crucial in terms of when the rains get going again. I think the fact that the El Nino development has held off up until now, that rules out the chance, I think, that we're going to start to see a flip around from this drier than normal pattern to a wetter than normal pattern. We've seen a dramatic change during the month of uh, March into April 2012. The El Nino was coming on. I failed to see that. I thought it was going to be a warmer, drier summer. It turned out to be a very wet summer indeed. And the reason why we went from one of the driest Marches on record to one of the wettest Aprils. In fact, it was the wettest April on record. That put a lot of water into the ground. Therefore, the atmosphere responded once we entered the warm season. But this time around, we're going into the month of May dry. Looks as if the moles are in pretty good agreement that we're going to continue to see this drier than normal pattern, and therefore, with the El Nino holding back, plus the sea surface temperature profile currently, there is a lot of things that suggest to me that we're going to have a fairly decent open to the summer season 2017. Certainly, it looks as if to me it's going to be a warmer, drier June and potentially July as well. So we could go back to the 2013, 2014 type of July that we've seen some pretty warm days indeed. So as we go through the remainder of this bank holiday weekend, low pressure to the west here, you would think it's just going to come gangbusters in over the UK airspace, but it is getting held up because we've got high pressure in control here. Eventually, the high pressure will weaken enough to allow this system to come into the UK, but it's generally getting forced to the southwest. We are going to see some shower activity. We're going to see an increase in southeasterly winds. Very chilly along the east coast of the UK. We're seeing those winds blowing across 6, 7, 8 degree water temperatures. So therefore, the air temperature along the coastline will reflect that sea surface temperature. But get yourself across the Grampians, the West Highlands, places such as Kinloch uh, and other locations in the Northwest Highlands could be seeing temperatures maybe approaching 18, 19, maybe even 20 Celsius when it's only about 8 or 9 degrees on the east coast here. So we've got this kind of firn effect, the downslope effect, as we go into the day on Monday here. Further south, wet, even windy as well. So we are going to see a spell of a little bit more appreciable rain. Does it last? No, unfortunately it doesn't, because it looks as if the high pressure builds in once again from the north. It pushes that area of low pressure to the south, and we're back in high pressure and drier than normal weather once again to take us into the first week of May. And I think, like I say, May is looking rather dry on the grand scheme of things. That's it for today. Do check out the written post later on, and I will have the summer forecast out on Monday. So do check that out. Bye for now.